Just as it's hard to imagine the place of absolute sacredness that these ancient temples, destroyed thousands of years ago, still hold in the hearts of Orthodox Jewish people to this very day. Recently heard a leading rabbi in Jerusalem make the statement that the temple is Israel. Why such a connectedness between the Jews and these ancient temples? To understand, we go back in time and realize that it was always God's purpose, plan, design to dwell in the midst of his covenant people, Israel. But sin was the separating factor that kept God from doing that. And so God would deal with that issue after he brought the Israelites out of the Egyptian bondage to the foot of Mount Sinai. And there God gave the Jewish people two things, both of which would enable him to dwell in their midst. First, he gave them the law. And he told them, keep this law and live. Not only would they live spiritually, but live in the very presence of Almighty God himself. Well, you know how that turned out, but we can't point any fingers because we haven't done so good with keeping that law either, have we? And so God, in an infinite act of grace, gave them the second thing. Very detailed instructions for the building of a wilderness tabernacle, that little tent of meeting, a priesthood and a sacrificial system. And it was as the priest would shed the blood of innocent animals there at the tabernacle, that innocent blood would serve as a temporary covering. It did not remove their sins, simply covered them temporarily from year to year. And that is why, over the millennia, tens upon tens and tens of thousands of animals would have their lives taken, their blood shed, in order that God might dwell in the midst of his people, which he did.